Hey YouTube, Mr. Black Mamba 305 back here with you guys, and I promised you that when I start back up the channel I was going to make some videos and keep pouring them out. And today's video, as you guys can see by the topic, it's my everyday carry. Is everyday carry, what's an everyday carry, what's my everyday carry, the pros and cons of it. So this is not necessarily for people who already know what it is, but for the people who are new to the gun community, just those who want to see what everybody else's everyday carry looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about mine, why you need to carry one, and the pros and cons of it. Now, before I start the video, I just want to thank you guys that have subscribed to my channel already, and keep hitting up those subscriptions. I've noticed that like 98% of people that watch my videos have not subscribed. So if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. And so I can keep bringing you great content. And just if you like what you see today, hit the notification button, hit a notification icon bell, subscribe, like, share, so I can keep bringing you content. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm just going to show you what I carry. So what disclaimer, everything you see on this table right now is not something that I carry every single day, but I carry them in combination in one order or another. So for my everyday carry EDC, I have my firearm, my glasses that I wear almost every day. I have about 4 pairs of those, my watch, earphones, my wallet with all the pertinent information that I need, my credit card, medical card, all that stuff, a little bit of cash, pens, and I'm going to talk about the different kind of pens that you can carry, my knife, which is a karambit, which you don't have to carry, a flashlight. I'm going to tell you if you can carry one with this or you can carry one with this, depending on what kind of holster you have and where you're going to go. So it might be a little long of a video, but you're going to learn a lot today. So again, this is Mr. Black Mamba 305. Welcome back to the channel, and today's topic is everyday carry. If you like what you see, hit subscribe, like, and share the video. I'd greatly. So again, guys, welcome back to my channel. Staying in light with the things that the promises that I made when I started back up this channel is that I was gonna talk about whatever it is I want to talk about. And today's topic is going to be my everyday carry. I'm going to try to go through real quick about what I want to talk about. So let's jump right into it. Now, EDC, this is not the music festival that goes on around the world. In the shooting community, this is everyday carry. This is what we carry. We in the gun community refer to as the things that we carry every day, things to use to somewhat defend ourselves or to get us to where we need to get and back home, to the things that we can really use to defend ourselves. So why would you, if you're just visiting my channel, why would you need an everyday carry? Some people don't. You might not need everyday carry. You might not have the need to have a gun or a knife or all that stuff. Just we in the gun community, we do have these things. And some people say, oh, we're paranoid or whatever. It's not paranoia. It's called being prepared. And I'm not saying having an everyday carry like the one I just showed is gonna stop something from happening to me, but it somewhat levels the playing field, and I'm going to explain why as the video goes along. So that's pretty much what the EDC is. Now, a lot of people, why people choose EDCs, it depends. People just see other people do it, and that's what they do. People are doing everyday carries, and they don't even know that's what they have, and that's what everyday carry is. The ones of us who just wants to be prepared, like myself and other people in our gun community, we do it because we just want to protect yourself, or self-preservation, safety for our families and ourselves when we're walking on the street. In today's society, you never know what you're coming across. And again, like I said, people would think that we're paranoid, but it's not paranoia. It's called preparedness, and it's just what it is. If you decide to stock up your fridge every day, it's not for a rainy day to come. Like if you have a storage unit in your fridge, you're not being paranoid. You're just being prepared just in case something should happen. So you've done that preparation, and that is simply what we are doing when we have our EDC. So without further ado, I'm just going to go over. So those are the reasons why you would, have an EDC, to protect yourself. Some people do it because they see other people do it, and among other reasons. There's a plethora of other reasons why people have their everyday carries. But for me personally, it's just being prepared. Now I'm going to go over my everyday carry so you guys can see. And there's some simple, and the one that you didn't see on camera is what I'm actually using, which is my phone. My phone is actually a very important everyday carry. So that's the first thing I'm going to talk about. So your phone, if shit hit the fan, obviously you want to let your family know where you're at. So your phone is the first thing you're going to grab and start using. You're going to call your family members. You're going to say, hey, I'm stuck in traffic. This just happened. I'm here and here and here. Can you come get me? Or can you meet me at a certain point to come pick me up? If something happened and you need to call 911, that's why your phone is there. If you see something happening, you take out your phone, use your video recorder, you record. If you need directions to go to somewhere, if your family say, hey, we're shit at the fan and we want to meet you at such and such a place, at least your phone will give you the address to that place, or they can send you the location and you can go to that place. Calling family members, if something should happen to you, God forbid, you can have a last conversation. You can FaceTime them. You can show them what's going around, happening around you. So your phone is important in so many ways, and I can't even begin to scratch the surface. How important your phone is as an EDC. So that's the first item I'm talking about is your phone. And simply because I'm using mine, I can't show you exactly what it is. So my phone is a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 21. So that's the phone that I use. Not that it's important, but I just wanted to say that. So the next thing I use, a lot of people are going to have their glasses. I actually can't see. I'm not that I'm blind. I can't see far, but I can see up close to about maybe 5-10 meters. Great. But beyond that, I can't really see. And why is it important to have your glasses? Because you don't want to, if you get in a certain situation, you can't see in front of you, especially if you have blood in your eyes or something like that, and it's already impeding your vision. You don't want to further impede your vision by losing your glasses. So for some people, they don't consider it everyday carry, but everyday carry is something you wear every day, hence the name everyday carry. So my glasses is number one. I have a couple of these. I have some that are have transitional lens, so they're more for the days when I'm outside in the sun and I'm just going in and about the place. I have a glasses that I use when I'm riding my motorcycle. So that is an everyday carry, and that how that applies to the everyday carry thing. The next thing I want to talk about is your watch. Obviously, some people have a little bit more advanced watch than others. This watch is the Galaxy Active 2. So this watch actually does a little bit more than the normal watch. And a lot of people have smart watches, so that's the crave nowadays. So this is what I use. This is my everyday watch. And the reason why this watch is important is because a lot of things that I can do on my phone, I can actually do it on my watch. And why it's so important for EDC is if you should lose your phone for one reason or another, then your watch can be that backup line of communication with your family to let them know what's going on. With a Samsung Galaxy Active 2, I can make calls, I can get on the internet, I can view my contacts, I can view pictures, I can get directions, I can talk to Bixby, I can talk to Google, I can plot miles, I can share it with contacts. There's so many things this watch can do, and not only that, I can get the time, I can find the directions, it's so many things a watch can do. I know not all watches are like this, like a smart watch, but even just to tell the time, maybe give you directions, like so you have an idea where north or south is in a situation where you might need to know where north and south is. So a watch is very important, and that's why it makes the everyday carry list. And not only that, I wear my watch everywhere anyways. So that's the third piece. Now, the next piece I'm going to talk about is my firearm. So for a lot of us in the gun community, EDC, again, this is what's one of the most important tool. And today, the one I'm going to show is the Glock 19 Gen 5. I don't always carry the Glock 19 Gen 5. I switch between this, my Beretta APX Centurion, my CZP 10C. Just depends on how I feel that day. I just pick one. But this is my first Glock actually. I'm not a huge Glock fan, so I was convinced to buy one, and I see why it grows on people. It's very simple and plain Jane, but it gets the job done, and it's somewhat accurate. This one, I had pretty much the night sights on it. This one's actually loaded, so that's why my finger's not on the trigger. So for all you gun nuts out there, please don't hit me up. I know what I'm doing. So my fingers are off the trigger the whole time, and I always keep it in my holster. So, and this is actually my everyday carry. So so a gun, how a gun comes into the everyday carry is simply because it's for protection. For you to protect yourself. Not everyone is going to need a firearm to protect themselves, but for those of us who see the need to protect ourselves, yes, you can carry a firearm. This one comes with, when you buy a Glock 19 Gen 5, it comes with 3 15-round mags. I carry a 15 round in the mag plus one in the chamber, so that's 16. And sometimes I carry one extra mag. I never really carry three. I don't really see the need to carry that much. But just in case you need it, you have it. You might not need to carry a firearms, but if you need it, you have it. Sometimes you might run into multiple attackers and you can't fight them off with just your bare hands. Sometimes an equalizer like this will help them move the other direction and stay the hell away from you. So that is my other piece of the everyday carry. Is my firearm. And you don't have to have a Glock 19, whatever you can afford. If it's a high point, if it's a PSA dagger, if it's a Glock 19, if it's a Beretta, it's what you can afford. So don't let anybody guilt you to tell you that you need some special kind of gun. It's just have to make sure you put rounds in it and get used to that firearm. So you don't want it to have any kind of failure while you're in the shit to defend kind of situation. You want to make sure you get all those kinks out while you're in the range. All right, so that's another thing with everyday carry. Make sure it's clean, functioning well. You put a lot of rounds to it so you know your gun, and so when you take it out and it's time to defend your life, you are confident in what that tool can do. All right. And some everyday carry, they'll have a little light here that used to illuminate dark places. If you're moving from position to position and there's no light, say for instance there's a blackout, it's good to have a light on your EDC pistol because you want to use it to kind of like guide the way. So some other like me, I have a flashlight. And then some people, they can put a little light on the bottom of the Picatinny rail here. Other people might have a little red dot up top, but that's just going into it a little bit more than I should. So that's my next piece of my everyday carry. So I already have showed you my phone, my glasses, my watch, and next I want to talk about earpiece. Now this one that I'm using, I'm not really going to take it out of the boxes. Then it's just going to connect to my phone and I'm actually using my phone. This is the Sony WH-1000s. They're noise canceling. They're actually pretty good. You don't necessarily have to have the Sony WH-1000. You can actually, a lot of people have earbuds. They have the earpods. And the reason why this is important to me is if something should happen and I don't want to use my phone is in my pocket, but I want to talk to people. I don't want to have to use one end, talking on the phone that blocks this side of my peripheral or this side of my peripheral. I can just put my earpiece, which is whatever earpiece you have that you can talk with. Most earphones that come from music, you can use it and talk, back and forth to people. So this is the one I would go to. I also have a Beats by Dre. Is it Beats by Dre or I don't remember. I have my Beats back there, the wired one that goes around the ears. I can use that also, but this is the one that I normally carry. It's the Sony WH-1000s. So the reason, again, like I said, the reason why would you need one of these as everyday carry is to just keep you hands free so you can do more. It makes you more, you can use your hands to do more things, defend yourself while you're still talking to the police or your family or whatever. So that's why I carry earphones, and I don't always carry it on my person, but it's close to me. So your everyday carry doesn't necessarily have to be on your body. It doesn't have to be everything I just showed you all at the same time, but it can be a combination of 1, 2, 3, or 4 of the items, depending on the situation you're going. Obviously, if you're going to church, you're not necessarily going to bring your gun, because a few years ago there was a church shooting where the gunman went into the church and shot it up. So if you can imagine if somebody actually had a gun as their EDC that day, they could have actually saved some people's lives. So I think since that event, people have started to gone into church with guns. Not that they're afraid, but they still would like to preserve themselves in church, because we see that people are crazy, So Yeah, let's move on. So the next best important thing that you want to carry obviously is a wallet. It doesn't necessarily have to be one this fat or this big. For the ladies, obviously it's a purse, and for the guys, it's a wallet. Obviously that contains your credit card, your all the pertinent information that goes into your credit card, your range pass, your Bass Pro Shop card, your dental stuff, your eye, your driver's license. Just so if something should happen to your driver's license there, they can just go into your wallet, see who you are, identify who you are, possibly maybe call your family and give them the right name. So that's the next, EDC is your wallet. And obviously I don't have to explain what the importance of having your wallet with all your information is in it is. So far I done the watch, the phone, your glasses, your firearms, earpiece, your wallet, and then sometimes you need to carry, and the reason why I carry this is just in case, like I said before, if there's something somewhat of a blackout, shit hit the fan, you want to have something to illuminate the road, as you're moving. Say your car is broken down, there's a blackout, rioting, looting, all that stuff. You want something to kind of, like illuminate the place. What I carry is a Nebo, this one is called a Nebo Redline Select. So that's what it is. The Nebo Redline Select. I've been carrying this for years. It's a wonderful little flashlight. I think it's about 600 lumens, and the button is here in the back. You can turn it on. You can switch to different kind of. You have a 10. If you can see right there, it can go up to 10 meter, 20 meters, 100 meter, strobe, and SOS. So it gives you so much options, So at 10 meters, it's bright. At 50 meter, it's brighter, and at 100 meters, really bright. Obviously, the brightness goes up because it wants you to see further. And then if you're up close, you don't want to give away too much of your position. You make it a little dimmer. So that's what I like about it. If you need that SOS, you know what I mean? It gives you that. If you need that strobe, it gives you that too. If you need to call for help, that's why I love this one. You can also use this flashlight as a form of defense. I don't know if you guys can see the serrated edge right there. These edges actually are a little sharper than they look. It's like a little mini blade, and there's about 4 of these here. So if somebody's attacking you and you only have your flashlight, you can actually use this to defend yourself. If they put their arms around your neck, you can use this and just hit them on the hand. If they have you around your waist, you can use the same thing and beat them off with it. So this is why it's important for us in the firearm community to have this, have a good flashlight as an everyday carry. And this is why I chose the Nebo Select, the Nebo Redline Select, because of all the features that it has. It also has a little clip on the side that you can clip onto your pants so it stays out of the way. You can just clip it on right there. It stays pretty well. It's an all metal make. There's no polymer on this stuff except a little rubber right here where you have to press the line. It's magnetic, so this little thing is a magnetic strip, so you can stick it on to something. And if you say, for instance, you need a light above you, if it's metal, you can stick it on there and it just brights up the area you're in. And that is why I carry a Nebo Select. I'm not quite sure if they make these anymore. I'm pretty sure there's a newer version of it. Olight makes some good stuff, and there's other companies out there that make a lot of great products. So this is my Nebo Redline Select for my concealed carry. And if you're already carrying a firearm that already has a little flashlight here, then this is unnecessary to carry, because if shit hit the fan, you take out your firearm, now you have your gun pointing at where you think the danger is, and there's light already on that firearm, which is what I would recommend. So, but if you're just gonna go out and you just want to have a little flashlight, then you can just take your wallet and your flashlight, and can be used to defend yourself if you're being attacked by someone. You don't want to bring your firearm with you. So next thing I'm going to talk about are pens. Now this is just a regular pen, and why would you need a pen as an everyday carry? Because you just need to write shit down. And not only that, a pen can also be used as a weapon. If you have a pen on your person, somebody attacks you, you can use this to stab them behind their hand, their leg, and you can get out of a situation with this. So don't Don't look down on pens as everyday carry. And there's actually some pens that are used for writing, but on one end they have a little knife on it. Just make sure that wherever you carry, what state you live in, you make sure you know what are the laws that govern any kind of action that you carry out using any of these weapons, because you don't want to go ahead and carry a firearm and you don't have a concealed permit. All right, you don't want to carry a firearm with 15 rounds when they only allow 10, like communist state like New York and California. You don't want to carry a knife and think that you don't need a permit. Yes, in some states you don't need a permit, but in other states, having a knife over a certain blade, over a certain length of the blade, can be, can be criminal. So you might use it to defend yourself and then find out, and that same criminal can end up suing you because he said he stabbed you, and then they find out you don't have a permit to carry a knife. This is just how the justice system works, and you guys know that. So just know the laws that pertains to EDC, everyday carries, in your state before you go ahead taking what I have to say as gospel. And remember, I'm a YouTuber. Take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert, but you can go out there and read and do your research also. I'm just kind of trying to put you guys in the right direction. So that's what you need a knife for. And don't worry, guys, it's not going to be a super long video, but I'm coming to the end right now. And the last piece of my everyday carry that I is also very important is the knife. I already prematurely showed you the knife already, but this is a karambit, and this is the knife I chose to use as my everyday carry. I could have used, a straight blade or a retractable blade, if I want to save space or something like that. But me, the karambit for me is, to me, is the ultimate defensive knife. And again, you're not using your knife to attack anybody. You're using it to defend yourself. So this is more of a defensive knife. And the reason why I like the karambit is because most karambits, they have a finger groove for the blade. So that helps secure the knife a lot better to your body. If you're bleeding, you have a better hold on the knife. It's harder for somebody to detach the knife from you if you're being attacked by other people. Some karambit comes with so many different features. The one that I have has an ivory blade. Obviously, the hook is curved like a claw, which is why it's an very effective knife. On the edge here, by where the finger groove is, it has another pointy place, so you don't necessarily have to cut the person, but you can injure them by punching them, with a pointy blade. So yeah, but again, find out what the law is in your state, your county, wherever you live, as it pertains to knives and guns and everyday carry, so you don't get in trouble trying to defend yourself. And like I said, the reason why I went with a karambit, it's so versatile as a knife. Like I said, number one, it's very hard to take from you. If somebody's grabbing you, it's a little bit harder to try to grab a karambit. You're not holding it like this, but you're holding it like this. So even if somebody's trying to grab you, all you have to do is push up and they will let go. If they grab you by here, all you have to do is come in and they'll let go. It doesn't matter. It's very hard for people to disarm you with a karambit than it is with a regular knife. So that's what I would recommend as everyday carry. If I'm giving somebody a knife to defend themselves, this is the one. If I'm being attacked by multiple attackers and they don't have a gun or they don't have a knife and they're coming in at me, trust me, you have a karambit, if you didn't get kicked in the face and knocked out, trust me, you can pull off a lot of attackers with this knife. And there's so many ways to use the karambit. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that can show you how to use a karambit. I think Funker Tactical, I think that's his name, or Doug Machado, I think he's an instructor on YouTube that teaches how to use a karambit, among other people. So this is the knife I use. I think it's very versatile. You can use it to do a lot of stuff. You could use it to, if you're stuck on the road for days, and you can skin animals and eat them if that's the case. You can use it to defend yourself, and it's just an amazing tool. So that is my everyday carry knife, and it's called a karambit. Karambit. So if you guys want to look it up, there's ton loads of them, range from $19 to $200 depending on the quality. This one I think was about $80. I found this on Amazon, and I've had it for quite a while now, and it's an amazing piece of tool. I would definitely buy one and give to my family. And like I said, before you use any tools like a knife or a gun, make sure you go out there and get the training. With firearms, you don't just want to buy a firearm and go out there and start using it, because a lot of times, a lot of these firearms need breaking in, period. And you want to take them, put them through their paces, about 1,000 rounds. If you can't put 1,000 rounds, at least put a couple hundred, so you're familiar with your firearm. You know what it's capable of doing. You know what ammo it likes, what ammo it doesn't like, and then you put yourself in the best position to defend yourself. And so don't forget that. That's very important. And I'm going to talk about that in the next video. Always put rounds. There's a lot of people during the pandemic that went out and bought guns, and they think they don't need to shoot it, or they need to shoot it one time. Or for anybody who buy a firearm, who decides to defend their homes or their family, you need to put hundreds of rounds to your firearm so you can get all those little burrs and those kinks sorted out. So when you actually need it in a shit at the fan, you know your firearm will work. And make sure you clean that firearm. Again, with a knife, you don't just want to go out carry a knife. You bring the knife into a fight, the next thing you know, the knife is being used against you. Make sure you have at least a minimum amount of training. At least learn some moves with it. If you have a little dummy in the back you want to go practice with on a piece of wood, how to use, the karambit or whatever knife it is that you want to use, then, feel free to watch those videos. And then with this karambit, I can actually loop it through my belt and hook it on and just keep it on my person. So, with all the everyday carry, like I said, I don't carry all of them at the same time. It depending on where you're going, you carry them in combination, different combination, depending on where you're going. So if it's just a simple, if I'm going out to dinner, and I don't see any threat in that common area, if I don't think I'm going to engage a threat in that common area, I might not necessarily carry my gun. I might just carry my karambit, my wallet, and my watch, and my glasses, and my phone, and that's it. If I'm going to the gym, I don't take my firearms to the gym. You know what I mean? I don't take my knife to the gym. I wear my watch, my glasses, my phone, and my headphones, and that's it. If I'm going to church, I might just bring my my watch and my glasses and my wallet, and that's all I need. I don't feel the need to have to fight off anybody in church, because not to say that a shooting can't happen in church. If you feel comfortable, by all means, bring your firearm. You have the right to defend yourself. If I go to movie theaters, I don't leave my gun, because crazy people go to movie theaters, so I will definitely bring my gun, my watch, pretty much. I probably end up bringing everything in here except, the pen and my earphones, and I will make them fit. I can put on my firearm, I wear my glasses, I can wear my watch, I bring my phone, I have my wallet, I have my karambit. I don't necessarily have to bring my karambit because I already have my firearms. So you can use them in a combination, a plethora of different ways. It's just depending on what situation you're getting into that day and how you want to use it. So that's how I would use my everyday carry. So that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. And I'm not going to keep ranting on, but if you found any of this information helpful whatsoever, feel free to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. As I told a few of you guys before, that I had a channel before, about 55,000, and I ended up shutting down that channel. So I'm trying to restart it up again. So I would really appreciate if you guys would hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, put me in that YouTube logarithm so I can, build the channel a little bit. I have to get up to about 1,000 subscribers and 40,000 hours of views for me to start monetizing the channel. Because what I want to tell you guys is that making these videos is not necessarily easy all the time, especially if you're doing one at a shooting range. You have to pay to go to shooting range. You have to buy ammo. You have to buy guns to do the reviews. So I might actually start a Patreon page, stuff like that, to help out, so I can help building the channel. Some people have camera equipment. Me personally, my phone does a decent job so far, so I don't think I'm one of those. I need to go with no crazy camera right now. My phone does that. But again, 98% of the people here might have not subscribed. So if just a percentage of that would go ahead and subscribe, I'd be greatly appreciative so I can keep making good content. I don't want to keep coming on YouTube just making stupid videos, talking about stupid shit just to get people to, log in, or to, just make those crazy headlines just to get people to view, and then you view, like, what the hell? I want to actually put out good content that people can actually use and get educated. If it's something that you hear me say and it doesn't sound factual, feel free to go look it up and correct me. I'm the type of person that I don't feel offended when people correct me. It's what it is. We're all here to learn. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell to be the first to see any of these videos that I'm putting up. And if you like the content, please feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Mr. Black Mamba 305, thanking you, my YouTube family, and I'm out.